Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our team of resident tutors for 2016. Our 6 resident tutors, all sitting on my left in that corner, they're all scholars, teachers, and role models in their academic disciplines. They live alongside our undergraduate and graduate students at Whitley, offering academic tutorials and consultations, supporting and mentoring our students in their university studies. Mayuri Vijaya Sundara is our commerce tutor. Mayuri was born in Sri Lanka and is a qualified chemical and processing engineer and also a certified practicing accountant. Mayuri has worked as a business professional for the prestigious Swiss multinational Holcim Limited, with international exposure in India, Vietnam, Canada, Thailand, the US, and Switzerland. Mayuri submitted her PhD thesis with the University of Melbourne at the end of 2015. Her research project evaluated the cost-benefit of the use of recycled concrete aggregate in structural concrete. It combines her expertise in finance and engineering. Mayuri is also a keen sportswoman. She has played basketball with Sri Lanka's schools, universities, and also for Whitley College. She has been a professional volunteer in the National Olympic Committee of Sri Lanka and was part of committees involved in women in sports, sports education, and dress design for national athletes. Thank you, Mayuri. Our next tutor is Laura Hartman. Laura is our arts and law tutor. Laura is a practicing lawyer and is working towards a master in public and international law at the University of Melbourne. She also intends to pursue her PhD in international economic law. Laura worked as an insurance lawyer before taking up her current position as legal counsel at Federation University. She also consults to the Ballarat and District Law Association on networking and professional events. Laura is passionate about swing dancing, travel, and the performing arts. She has performed in and produced shows for the Melbourne International Comedy Festival and Melbourne Fringe Festival. In 2014, Laura spent 4 months traveling through Europe and the Middle East, including some time in the Arctic Circle and living on a farm in Normandy. As an undergraduate, Laura spent 2 years at another college at the University of Melbourne, where she was an OWIC leader and student mentor. Welcome, Laura. Our next tutor is Dr. Mario Dobenik. Mario is our music tutor, and Mario is also a conductor and percussionist. He studied at the Sibelius Academy within the University of Helsinki in Finland, the Art University in Graz in his native Austria, and at the University of Melbourne, where he completed his PhD. In 2012, Mario was the assistant conductor to Sir Andrew Davis at the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra's concert series of Percy Granger's music. And Mario was the artistic director of Whitley's Music Festival, celebrating the college's 50th anniversary in 2015. The festival featured our own music students playing alongside eminent musicians, including guitarist Bruce Mathiske and mezzo-soprano Sally Ann Russell. The series culminated in a sold-out performance of Mozart's Requiem Mass, conducted by Mario at Collins Street Baptist Church, featuring renowned indigenous soprano Deborah Cheetham as soloist. Mario is currently the principal conductor of the Preston Symphony, the Ballarat Wind Orchestra, and the music director of Victoria Chorale. Thank you, Mario. Hassan. Hassan Nasir is our mathematics and science tutor. Hassan was born in Pakistan and he completed his bachelor and master degrees in engineering. He was also dux of his computer engineering master's course at the Lahore University of Management and Sciences. Hassan is currently pursuing his PhD in the electrical engineering department at the University of Melbourne. His research explores optimal control strategies to improve efficiencies of water usage for agricultural purposes. Hassan has traveled extensively for his research presentations. In recent years, he has presented at international conferences in Strasbourg in France and most recently in Tokyo. Outside academia, Hassan enjoys theater, swimming, and taekwondo. He is also a talented dancer and singer, with a penchant for covering One Direction songs, so I heard. Thank you, Hassan. Our next tutor is Michael Stuber. You won't miss Michael because he's a towering presence in Whitley. Michael is our physics and science tutor. He studied physics at the Julius Maximilian University of Würzburg and the Heriot Watt University in Edinburgh. After his tertiary education, Michael traveled extensively throughout New Zealand, Australia, Malaysia, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, before settling in Melbourne in 2013. Michael is currently pursuing a PhD in the field of condensed matter physics at the University of Melbourne. For a German man, Michael loves playing soccer and footy. He's a member of the University Blues team and the University Underwater Club. In his spare time, he also enjoys playing guitar and reading classical literature. And I would just like to add that Michael is married to our commerce tutor, Mayuri. Thank you, Michael. And last but not the least, Dr. Daniel Sundarisan. Daniel is our biology and medicine tutor. Daniel grew up in Qatar and New Zealand. He studied dentistry at the University of Otago in Dunedin. At Otago, he was resident at St. Margaret's College, with 3 years as a house manager and tutorial coordinator. In 2013, he was made a fellow of the college. After graduating, he worked as a house officer with Auckland District Health Board. Daniel arrived in Melbourne at the start of 2015. He's currently doing his specialty training at the University of Melbourne with a Doctor of Clinical Dentistry in Special Needs Dentistry. As part of being a dentistry scholar, Daniel presents conference papers with the most interesting titles. A recent paper is entitled, and I quote, "I would really like to know what's in your mouth before I kiss you, sampling oral bacterial diversity across the ages." And finally, Daniel is an avid tennis and cricket fan and can often be found watching a game. Thank you, Daniel. I think you would have noticed that between our 6 tutors, there are more than 10 universities worldwide represented. Our diverse team of tutors has experience both within Australia and internationally. I encourage all our students to get to know your tutors well during the year. They are your mentors and guides as you commence your university study. Can I ask all our resident tutors to stand again as we give them another round of applause?